nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, how slow methinks this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate. Stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Pour melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love, doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. With bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, with cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? To you your father should be as a god, one who composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but a form in wax, by him imprinted, within his power to leave the figure or to disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace, that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men.
Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For to be in a shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy be the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin pated up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, fair Hermia. And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or upon Dinah's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander. True he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Neda's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I've heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull with self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you both in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you on something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain that I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eye.
Ay me! For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or by history, the course of true love never did run smooth, for either it were different in blood,
Oh, crust too high to be enthralled to low,
or else misgraffed in respect of years,
spite too old to be engaged to young,
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
oh hell to choose love by another's eyes,
or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in a collied night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, for it is customary cross. As due to lovers' thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancies follow us.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, for in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitteth souls and prosperous loves, by the fire that burnt the Carthage queen when the false Trojan under sail received, by all the vows that ever men have broken, number more than ever woman spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed for Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue, sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, Sickness is catching, oh, a favour so. Yours would I catch for Hermia ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were all the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
Oh, his folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the woods where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow's deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Though Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Oh, he will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in truth he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. Oh, but herein me night enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quint, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Marry, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quint, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, I'll set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the troop performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move stones. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humour is for a tyrant. I could play Urkel's rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. Amphibious car shall shine from far and make it more the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Urkel's vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Oh, nay, faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous, little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe.
Ah, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear. No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You will play Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the last part written? Prayer, if it be, give it me. For I am slow of study.
Oh, will you do it extemper? For it's naught but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I shall do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I shall make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
Every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion than to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dog. I will roar you into any nightingale.
Oh. You can play no part but Pyramus.
Peter Quince.
For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. A proper man as one should see in a summer's day. A most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-coloured beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple ingrain beard, or your French crown-coloured beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all. Then you should play barefaced, eh? But masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night. Aye. And meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town. There will we rehearse. For if we should meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company. And our device is known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's old Greenie.
Enough! Hold, or cut bowstrings.
Begone! The Queen and all her elves come here anon. The King doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the Queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing Felonra! For she, as her attendant, have a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child knight of his train, to chase the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square, that all the elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there. Either I mistake your shape for making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk, and sometimes labour in the quern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no balm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm? Those the hobgoblin call you, and sweet puck you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he? Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal. Nay! Sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for Freeford stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bam, and down topple she, and sailor cries and falls into a cough, and a whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxing in their mirth and knees and swear, a merry hour 'twas never wasted there. But run, fairy, here comes Oberon. Here my mistress, would that he were gone.
met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest step of India, but that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskinged mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus beshame Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the midsummer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or on the beach at margent of the seas, to dance our ringlets to the whistling winds. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained to build. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and the crows are fatted with the Marian flock. The 9 men's forest is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter cheer. No night is now with hymn or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of a crimson rose, and on old Hyam's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, charding autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which.
It then, it lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. And we have laughed to see the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again, as from a voyage, rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I shall spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music?
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make all man or woman madly dote upon the next lithe creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the air in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen into this wood, and here I am, wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave me your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot, love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fall on you. Oh, use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you. What worse a place can I beg in your love, but yet a place of high respect with me, that to be used as you do use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on
And
thee.
I am sick when I look not on you.
You too impede your modesty too much to leave the city, and to commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place, with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. For that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you in my respect are all the world. And how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
Oh, the wildest hath not such a heart as you. Go run when you will. The story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed, when cowardice pursues, when valor flies. Oh!
I will not stay thy questions, let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, the town, the field. You do me mischief. Oh, fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and were not meant to woo. Oh, I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wartime blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet mask roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake grows her enameled skin, wheat white enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady's in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it so the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, but affected with some care, so that he may prove more fond upon her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so. Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute hence, some to kill cankers in the musk rosebuds, some war with rare mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep. Then to your offices and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hitch of peanut, sing it, and blind will do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen. Feel
thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, on pard or board with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak truth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve us pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
No, good Lysander. For my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take this sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, and so two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much pursue my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love now alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen, to that fair prayer say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wish's eyes be pressed. Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I'm to approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he my master said despiseth the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill curtsy. Shall upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakes, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Oh,
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Oh, happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. Oh, how came her eye so bright? Not with salt is. If so, mine eyes were oftener washed than hers. No, I am as ugly as a bear. For face that made me run away for fear. But who is here? I found on the ground. He's dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, couldst thou awake?
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, lord? What though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now ripe not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, which leads me to your eyes, where I all look love's stories written in love's richest book.
Go, wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye. But you must flounce my insufficiency. Good choice you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare thee well. Perforce, I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated but the most of me. And all my powers address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me to thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! I need for pity! What a dream was here! Lysander, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prayer. Lysander? What? Remove? Lysander, Lord! What? Out of hearing gone, no sound, no word? Alack! Where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you are find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, pat. And here's a marvellous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake, our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that shall never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By a lake in a parlour sphere. I believe we should leave the killing out when all is done.
Oh, not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we shall do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver, and this will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
One of the ladies be afraid of the lion. I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you won't consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue
must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name. And half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself should speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. For if you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are, and there indeed let him name his name and tell them plainly is Snug Vagina.
Snug Vagina.
Well, it shall be so, but there is two hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Does the moon shine that night? We play our play.
And calendar, look in the almanac, find out moonshine, find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then may we leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say that he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Well, then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall.
What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some loam or some plaster or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus. Oh. And through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Oh, well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your part. Pyramus, you'll begin. Once you've spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns are we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of Odia savour sweet.
Odours, odours.
Odours, savour sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you. For you understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of colour like the red rose and triumphant briar, most risky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb, man! And why you must not speak that yet? That you answer to Pyramus. Sure, you speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cue is past. It is, never tire.
Oh, as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only thine. No, if I were fair
Oh,
Thisbe,
monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted! Pray, masters, fly, masters!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Thorough bolt, thorough bush, thorough break, thorough briar. Sometime a horse I'll be. Sometime a
why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass's head of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom. Bless thee. Thou art translated. Oh, help! No.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me if they could, but I will not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing, and they shall hear I'm not afraid. The ousel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, da-da-da-da. The throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill, little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mock, and has no answer, nay, answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues, force, her force, to move me on the first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. Oh, and yet to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more's the pity that some honest neighbours cannot make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. But if I have wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. They shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth and mustard seed. Ready? And I. And I. And I. Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them with the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies. Hail, mortal. Hail. Hail. Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I will make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Your name? I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Yes, sir! Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like oxbeath have devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower.
was that next came in her eye that she must dote upon in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night you now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love! Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her darling sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest sixkin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented, in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him a disadvantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed it upon his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When there him spires wild geese at the creeping fowler eye, and russet pated choughs, many in sword rising and coring at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So at his sight, away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved alas!
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juices I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping. That is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he went, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Oh, now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou I fear given me cause to curse. Thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being horseshoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe as soon this whole world may be bored, and that the moon may through center creep and so displease a brother's noontide with the Antipodes. Oh, it cannot be but thou hast murdered him! So should a murderer look so dead, so grim!
And so should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart by your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Oh, dog out! Thou drive me by the bounds of maiden's patience! Hast thou slain him then? Thenceforth be never numbered among men! Oh, for once tell true. Tell true even for my sake. Darest thou looked upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm and adder do so much? And adder did it, for with doubler tongue than nine-nined serpent never adder stung!
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee tell me then that he is well.
If I could, what would I get therefore?
Oh, a privilege never to see me more! And from thy hated presence part I so. Follow me no more, whether he be dead or no!
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules, that one man holding truth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. Oh, fancy sick she is, with pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes again she do appear.
I go. Look how I go! Swifter than the arrow from a Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sinking apple of his eye. When thy love thou doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we then one pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. This must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth. Oh, devilish holy faith, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give off? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh in both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her all.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. As pure congealed white, thy Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdest up thy hand. Come, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Do spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. You are civil, and you courtesy. You would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do?
No.
But you must join in souls to mock me too.
No.
If you were men, as men you are in show.
Yes.
You would not choose a gentle lady so, to vow and swear, and superpraise my parts.
Yes.
But I'm sure you hate me with your heart.
No.
You both are rivals and love Hermia.
No.
And now both rivals to mock Helena.
No.
A trim exploit. A manly enterprise. To conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of the noble thought would serpent a virgin and extort her poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you of my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do to my death.
Oh, never did mock with more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her, but as guestwise sojourned. And now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou buy it dear. Look where comes thy love, yonder is thy dear.
Not find mine eye, Lysander, found! Why, ere I sank, it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly did thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery o's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could this not make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
No! She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they've conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with these foul derisions? Is all the counsel that we two have shared? The sisters' vows? The hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty but a time for parting us? Oh, is all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, both on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key. As if our hands, our sides, our voices, our minds have been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, but seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries moulded onto one stem, so with two seeming bodies but one heart. Two of the first, like coats in heraldry, two but to one, and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I might chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not sent Lysandros in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this God he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me for this affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, for what though I be not in so grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever, counterfeit, sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. All this sport well carried should be chronicled. If you had any grace, pity, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh,
Excellency, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where to? Tends all this.
Away you here!
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as he would follow, yet come not. You're a tame man. Go!
Thou cat, thou barbile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What a change is this sweet love?
Thy love, thou tawny tart, oh loathed medicine, hated fruit, and hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler! You kangaroo blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love from him?
Spiny face! Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? No touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet! Why, so that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her item with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth. She hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem selfish and so low? How low am I, thy painted Mabel? Speak! How low am I? I am not just so low that my nails cannot reach into the...
Oh! I pray you, don't you mock me, gentlemen. Oh, let her not hurt me.
I was never hurt.
I have no gift at all in shrewishness. You perhaps may think, because she's something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again!
Titania! Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did keep your counsel. Never wronged you. Say that in love unto Demetrius. I told him of yourself unto this wood. He followed you. For love I followed him. But he has chid me hence. Nay, threatened to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you'll let me quiet go. To Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no more. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. What is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
No! With Demetrius!
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, she shall not gather. You take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is big.
Little! Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flatter me thus? Let me go.
Let you go, you dwarf. You mean right of hindering your craft maid. You fiend, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf and scorned your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena.
Oh!
Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to see whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I. No longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed. I know not what to say. Oh.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you say I would know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, as I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it so did sort, as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath such virtuous property to take from thence all error of his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem the dream and fruitless vision. Was I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen, and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, as night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits, auditing crossways and floods at burial, already to their wormy beds are gone. For fear lest they should look their shames upon, they
other sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again, thou runaway! Thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Why dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, thou art bragging to the stars, telling the bushes thou lookest for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He's defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still he dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. But fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest! For well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither. I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me. Thou shalt buy this deer if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Fade thy hours, and shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. From these and my poor company to test and sleep. Sometimes shuts up those eyes. Fill me a while for mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds makes up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make four females mad. Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. Oh, my legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray. On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known. Each man shall have his own. In their waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill. Naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again. And all shall be well. Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Monsieur Cobweb. Good Monsieur, get you your weapon in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in this action, good Monsieur. And good Monsieur, take good care of the honey bag, break not. I would be loath to have you overflown in a honey bag, Signor. Now, where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your knife, Monsieur. Oh, I pray you leave your courtesy, good Monsieur.
What is your
Oh,
word?
nothing. But to help Cavalieri Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's, Monsieur, for methinks I am marvellous hairy about the face. Oh, and I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
What will I hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. Oh, but I pray you, let none of your people stir me, for I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwists, the female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee! How I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favours of this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometime when the bud was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I then did ask for her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now that I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. Beest thou wast wont to be, seest as thou wast wont to see, Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamoured of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five the sense.
Music ho! Music such as charmeth sleep. Now, when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound, music. Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity.
Harry King, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my lord, in of light, tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping here, was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, gamekeeper, find out the forester, for now our observation is performed, and since we have the veywood of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find out the forester.
Sir.
We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. For besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, with ears that sweep away the morning dew. Slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was neither hallowed nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander. This Demetrius is, and this Helena. Oh, Neda's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, 'tis this not the day that Hermia should give the answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking. But as yet I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly I would speak. And now I do bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of their
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and
But
me.
my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now as the remembrance of an idle god that in my childhood I did dote upon. And now all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like a sickness, I did loathe that food. And now, as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more shall hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by, with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye where everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel. Mine own, but not mine own.
Are you sure that we're awake? It seems that yet we sleep, we dream. Did not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father. Hippolyta.
And they did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow them, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho. Peter Quince. Flow the bellows mender. Snout the tinker. Starveling. God's my life. Stole an ensign, left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. And man has been asked if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was, there is no man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a pat's fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to report, nor his heart to conceive what my dream was. I shall get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He can't be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he comes not, then the play is marred. Well, it goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handcraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. For he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we'd all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully bottom. Thus have he lost 6pence a day during his life. He could not escape 6pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6pence a day in Pyramus, or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, oh most courageous day, oh most happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders.
What?
But ask me not what, for if I tell you I am not true Athenian, I shall tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Oh, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath died, Get you your apparel together, good strings to your beards and new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look over his part, for the short and long is, our play is preferred! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onion or garlic. For we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say it is a sweet company. No more words. Away! Go! Away!
Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehend. And as imagination bodies forth the form of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would apprehend some joy, it comprehend the bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But all the stories of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but, howsoever, strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends. Joy and fresh days of love accompany your heart.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now. What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philistine.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for us this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile this lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief of our many sports aright. Make your choice of what your highness will see first. The Battle of the Centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
Will none of that.
That I have told my loving glory of my kinsman Hercules.
The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary.
That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony.
A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical, tedious and brief.
That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play that is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the plays there's not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made my eyes water. But more merry it is, a passionate loud laughter hath never shared.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, who never laboured in their minds till now, and now have toiled to unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
No. My noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it, and it is nothing. Nothing in the world. Unless you can find some sport in their intents, extremely stretched in con with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in. Take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness or charge, nor duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake. And what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes in might, not merit. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most in my capacity.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will. That you should think we come not to offend, but with good will. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is, all for your delight we are not here. That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough goat. He knows not the stop.
Indeed, he has played upon his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine, for if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb. There to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stare. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion did to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall that I would have you think had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this, the cranny is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper. Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
The Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-lipped night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisby's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet and lovely wall, that standeth between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisby do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stone for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She's to enter now, and I'm to spy her through the wall. You shall see it shall fall pat, as I told you. Oh, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Mwah! Thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen to the fates me kill.
Not Shafalus to Procrus was so true.
As Shafalus to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole in this vile wall.
Kiss the walls out, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou straightway meet me at Ninny's too?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I wool, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wool, away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst no worse of imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse than them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here, when lion, wolf in wildest rage, doth roar. Then know that I have snug the joiner, and my lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should come as lion, in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast and of good conscience.
The very best of a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
Now let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the ornate moon present.
He should wear the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the ornate moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all. The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else, the man in the moon?
This lanthorn doth the ornate moon
He
present.
dare not come there for the candle.
This lanthorn doth
I
the
am
ornate...
weary of this moon. Would he would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he's in the way. Yet in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed.
All I have to say is to tell you this lanthorn be the moon. I the man in the moon. This Thornmush my Thornmush, and this dog my dog.
All these things should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. And here comes Thisby.
This is old Ninny's tune.
Oh, dear.
Where is my love?
Well, come on, lion. Oh.
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisby.
Well shone moon.
Where's the
Thisby
mantle?
who shines with a good grace.
Well, mouse lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering beams, I trust to take of truest this beside. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Her mantle good? What, stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. Oh, fate, come, come, cut, thread, and thrum. Grail, Gruskin, gloat, and gwell!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look so sad.
Eschew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou's lions frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that liked, that loved, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, outsoared and wound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, that left pap, where the heart doth hope. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How much moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
I hope she will be brief.
She hath already spied him with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love. What dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Quite dumb. Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sister tree, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have sure wishes his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word, come, trusty sword. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast improve, and farewell, friends. Thus is the end. Adieu!
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
I am wool too.
No, I assure you, sir. The wall is down that parted their fathers. Now, would it please you to see the epilogue? Or to hear a burgomass dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. It is truly and very notably discharged. But come, your burgomask, let your epilogue alone. bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we may outsleep this coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now 'tis that time of night, that the graves all gaping wide, every one lets forth its fright, in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies, that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent for broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
The house gives glimmering light by the dead and drowsy pine.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place? Now, until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bright bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couple three ever true and loving be. With this field you consecrate, every fairy take his gate,
Every fairy take his gate,
each several chamber bless, through the palace, with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.